Meet us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Google+. Hey guys, meet LG G Watch R. We have done the unboxing for it, and here's a review. Alright, this circular thing is the G Watch R from LG, and I'm Phil from underKG.com, and it's got a 1.3 inch of a plastic OLED display. It's a POLED display, and it's pretty bright. Let's take this off from my wrist. It's a watch, but it requires a lot of control. Alright, so this is the G Watch R. Let's get a closer look at it, and it's got a circular display along with the circular body itself. And on the right, we got a crown over here. It's not exactly a crown, it's rather a button, but we're just gonna call it a crown. And it's got a band over here. It says genuine leather, but it doesn't exactly look great, and it doesn't feel great, so you can replace it. It's a standard 22mm wristband, so you can always replace it, and we strongly suggest you to do so. And aside from that, back we got the port over here that is used for the charging. You can plug in a micro USB cable over here, and it actually attaches on your G Watch R like that. And it does have a sense of magnet inside, so it does stay on the ground like that. It's not exactly a most stable cradle in the world, but it does its job. And we got a heart rate sensor and the other series of sensors on the back of the watch. And the screen itself is pretty bright, and you can actually make it brighter or dim by the settings over here. Alright, so this is an Android Wear device, so you can link it to your Android device, and the device itself runs an Android operating system. That means you can pull up from the top to bring up the notification panel. You can mute it or put it in the theater mode, sunlight mode, or go into settings. Settings, you can adjust brightness, Bluetooth connections, always on screen that dims your screen but still retains somewhat of the watch functionality with the dim screen. Or you can check out the version of the Android on your watch, which is 5.0.1 Lollipop, so that's brand new. Or you can change the watch face by tapping and holding on it. And there are actually a series of watch faces here and there. So we have the camping set over here. We can just change it to red, and this looks pretty much like a watch. And we really like the design. And about the functionality, it does run on an Android Wear operating system, so you can link it to your phone. And here's the system that you can manage settings over here. It starts with the watch faces. You can tap more to select from your phone if you don't want to swipe through your watch, or you can choose and learn the actions that you can do on your watch, or you can install more apps from the App Store, or you can even take a battery screenshot, take a watch screenshot, check out how the battery usage on the watch is, or how much storage of that 4 GB of internal storage is taken, or that takes time. Or you can set up where if you want to mute your watch when your phone is on, and other stuff with more stuff. Alright, so what can your G Watch R do? It's just like the other Android Wear devices, but the basic functionality starts by saying, "Okay Google, okay Google," and it brings up the Google screen over here. And alright, no. So there's a camera, or you can tell it to take a memo, or set up an alarm, or you can go to Start and launch other apps that you have installed from the Google Play Store. So basic things. The biggest thing that I usually use is to set up an alarm. So it's by okay Google, set me an alarm in 30 minutes. And it takes about a few seconds, and it waits for you to edit or set it, and if it don't do anything, it just sets an alarm. So those are basic things that you can do, or you can ask Google a question. Okay Google, how many kilometers a mile? And it gives you answers like that. Some of the functionalities does require connection through to the internet through the Bluetooth connection to your phone, but some of the functions work without the Bluetooth connection. And those are the gimmicky things that that you can do with the G Watch R. But the biggest functionality is the notifications that you get. You get a series of notifications that you get in the notification bar, and you can react to it. Let's say if it's a message, you can reply directly to it, and if it's other notification, you can just swipe them away, or you can get Google notification like your weather or the time that it takes to go home, or how many steps that you have walked with your watch. Or you can just swipe to remove the notifications that you get. So those are the basic functionalities that we have seen from the other Android Wear devices. The thing that the G-Watch R actually stands out is the battery life. It has a 410 milliamps of the battery, and this is by far the largest battery capacity that we have ever seen on the Android Wear device. Other smartwears might be equipped with the larger batteries, but for the Android Wear devices, this is by far the largest. And while other watches only stood for a day, for a single day, and for the second day you had to recharge it back, this generally lasts easily enough for the 2 days. So that was one of the things that we really liked about the G-Watch R. And this looks a lot better than it does on the photo with the real thing. So the battery life, what we expect from a smartwatch is the great notification and the great battery life. Although it's not the great battery life yet, this by far has the best battery life out of the Android Wear market. Of course, there are other smartwatches like the Sony Smartband Top or the other platforms like the Samsung Gear, Gear Fits, or the Gear S's. But from the Android Wear arena, this seems to be one of the best devices of the Android Wear system. So that was LG G-Watch R. We didn't exactly like the thick bezel around it, but that's due to the display controller module, and it seems like they're getting better at it. So if there's a G-Watch R2, we guess that's gonna get better. So that was G-Watch R, with the best battery out of the Android Wear arena. And this was Phil from underKG.com. Stay tuned for other reviews, including the other smartwears. Bye.